Hey everyone, Christina here. Today we got a good one for you. Systems of linear equations with two variables. It's a word problem, everyone's favorite. So let's get started. So it says here that a concert manager counted 350 ticket receipts the day after a concert. The price for a student ticket was $12.50 and the price for an adult ticket was $16. And the register confirmed that $5,075 was taken in. Congrats on the concert. And the question saying, how many student tickets and how many adult tickets were sold? Okay, so a lot of students hate word problems because with word problems, there are no formulas, right? Usually, if you give me a formula, boom, I'm plugging it in and I'm solving. But for word problems, we just got to go the extra step. We got to make the formulas and then we got to solve them. But we got this, right? Now, the best piece of advice that I could give you is always start off with your variables, right? Go and see what they're asking for and write down the variables. Now, in this case, the question was saying, how many student tickets and how many adult tickets were sold? That's the question. We don't know, right? There was a total of 350 tickets, but I don't know if it's an even split. I don't know if there was like 100 and 250 tickets, right? 100 for student, 250 for adult. I don't know. So that's what we're trying to solve. So you could use any letter, A, B, C, D, E, F, right? Usually, we always start with letter X. And that dates back to, way, way before our time. I picked up a calculus book that was written in like 1910. And even in there, they were using X as your variable. And in that book, it actually did state explicitly that for varying quantities, things that can change, they use the end of the alphabet, X, Y, and Z. So that's where that came from. And usually, if you notice with your math problems, right, if they use a B, and C value, those are constant numbers. They don't change. And that was stated all the way back in that textbook. And when I read that, I was like, wow, that's where it's coming from? So maybe even before then. But anyway, let's go back to X, shall we? So we're going to use X. And it doesn't really matter who you make the X value, right? Maybe since they said students first, let's say X is going to be the amount of student tickets that were sold. And also, they did give us a little bit more information about the student tickets, right? They said that the price of a student ticket was $12.50. So I just want to put everything here that for the student tickets, it was $12.50. Okay. Now let's go for the adult tickets. Now, for adult, I can't say X again, because if I say that these are both X values, that means that it's an even split. If there was 20 student tickets, there's got to be 20 adult tickets, but we don't know any of that. So I have to be safe and I have to use another letter. So usually if you use X, you use Y for the other one. So Y equals the amount of adult tickets that were sold. And just to group everything together, they did tell us that the adult tickets was the $16. So I'm just going to write that down. But now you have your variables. We are now ready to get equations. Now, systems of equations says that for as many variables as you have, that's the total amount of equations you have to make. So since we have two variables, right, we have an X and we have a Y, we need two equations. So let's start off with equation 1. Now, when you're grabbing your equations, always reread from the beginning. Now, in this case, it said that the concert manager counted 350 ticket receipts. So the 350 was the total, right? The total of all the students and the adults. So we could maybe get a formula from this number. So we know that the accumulation of all of the student tickets plus, literally plus, right? Key into your verbiage, your words, plus all the adult tickets will equal 350. So in this case, we're going to say that the amount of the student tickets plus the amount of the adult tickets have to equal what? Yeah, 350 total tickets. So we have our first equation. Now let's keep reading and let's pick up the second equation. So equation 2. Now in this equation, let's see, it says we went over the price, right? The price was $12.50 for the student, the price was $16 for the adult, and the register confirmed that a total of $5,075 was taken in. This is the accumulation of the money from all of the student tickets, each one is $12.50, and all of the adult tickets, each was $16. Now let's just, paint a picture here, right? If only one student ticket was sold, that means that they only got $12.50 from that. But if 2 student tickets were sold, what would I have to do to this number? Yeah, I would have to times it by 2. And if 3 student tickets were sold, what would I have to do to this number to get the total amount? Yeah, I would times it by 3. So it seems like whatever this number is, that's what I'm going to have to multiply by the student tickets. And the same thing for the adults, right? If I had 2 adult tickets, the total would be $32, 16 times 2. So we know that the accumulation of all of the student tickets with its price and all the adult tickets equals $5,075. So we're going to take the $12.50 and times it by how many student tickets, and the accumulation, so the addition of the student ticket amount plus the $16 times how many adult tickets were sold. That's going to equal the grand total of $5,075. Now, when you're doing money equations, you don't have to put the dollar signs. You can just strip them away and just know that, you're just dealing with money here. And there you go. You have your 2 equations. Now we just have to actually solve. So this now goes, with your systems of equations here. Now, usually with, math, no higher level math here, we only can solve for x equals or y equals. So I can't have an equation that has both x and y. But if you have an equation that just has a 1x or a 1y value, this is easy to manipulate because you can solve this equation for what x equals or what y equals. Since x is stated first, let's just solve for that. So I'm going to subtract on both sides by y. And now I get a formula that says, and we'll bring this down a little bit. Now we get a formula that says that x equals 350 minus y, because these will cancel out. Now I have information that says what x equals, right? X equals 350 minus y. So in my second equation, I can substitute what x actually equals. I'm not going to say 12.50 times x. I know that x equals 350 minus y. So this is the substitution method of systems of equations. So we're going to rewrite equation 2, but instead of saying x, we now know what x equals. And then that way you get rid of your x value. So 1250 times, well, from the other equation, we know that x equals 350 minus y. And then just keep going with the same equation. So this would be plus 16 times y equals 5,075. Now we have an equation that just has y values, and we can solve. Now we just got to use our PEMDAS rule. So we just got to distribute. So 1250 times 350. So that's 4,375 buckaroos minus 1250 times y plus 16 times y equals $5,075. We can now simplify our y values. So 4,375 plus, what is this? So we got 50, so that is 13, 14, 15, 16, so $3.50. If we did this math, 16 minus 1250 is 350, and that's y. And then this will equal 5,075 buckaroos. So now let's just get, the y on one side, get the numbers on the other side. So minus 4,375. And now I'm running out of room here, so I'm just going to go over here. So this would be 350 times by y equals, what do we got here? 0, 0. This is the same thing as 10. So 700. I'm just going to make sure about that. We're just going to do 16 minus 1250 just so that I have that number in here. Yep, $3.50. And then 5,075 minus 4,375. Yep. Okay. And let's just divide on both sides by 350. That gets bye-bye. So 700 divided by 350 is 200. So y equals 200. And the y was the adult tickets. So we had 200 adult tickets that were being sold. So we have the answer to half of the problem, right? The question asked how many student tickets and adult tickets were sold. So we know that 200 adult tickets were sold. And now we just got to find out how many student tickets. Well, keep in mind that the x equaled 350 minus y. So if we say that x equals 350 minus, now we know that the adult tickets there was 200, right? 300 in total tickets. X is going to equal, what is this, 150? So we're going to say 150 student tickets. And that is the answer. So we got 200 adult tickets. We got 150 student tickets. And that is the answer to the problem. What'd you think? I hope this helped. Let me know in the comments. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you for helping us out. You could also check out our website because we got tons of goodies on the website for you guys. We don't want to let you guys down, and we want to be here for you for, your educational needs. We have so many videos in physics if you guys are taking physics, chem as well, tons of math topics, and we're just getting started. So we want to help you out. I hope you're having a great day. And yeah, thank you so much for coming here. All right, keep studying hard. I believe in you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Also, I would like to give a huge shout out to Maricela. Thank you so much for being a member to the channel. Your support means a lot to my brother and me, and we're thrilled to have you be a part of this amazing community. Memberships are open on the channel, and if you want to become a member, just click that join button, which can be found below on any video if you're watching on your desktop, or it can be found on the overall channel page too. For all of you that want your name shown in the video, don't forget to choose the gold tier or higher. Thank you so much for considering, and have a great day. Talk to you in the next lesson. Bye-bye.